Good morning, Old South Church. Can you hear me now? All right, we have something very special to do this morning, and I would like to invite Reverend Crowley and Sean to the center here. We're going to make an award. We're going to give the Open Door Award to my brother. Now, God works in a mysterious way. I met Brandon Crowley when he first came to Boston, and he was a young man with high water pants on from Georgia. Amen. And Sean met up with him at BU, and there are some other people in this room, like my family church. My family calls Myrtle Baptist Church one of its home churches. So for me to be here in Old South and to be part of this is very special. And it tells me about how the Spirit works. And God, she does work in a what? Mysterious way. So this morning on Pride morning and during our Sunday worship service, Old South Church in Boston is proud and honored to present the 2022 Open Door Award to the Reverend Brandon Crowley. Reverend Dr. Brandon Crowley, an ordained minister in the Progressive National Baptist Convention of America. Dr. Crowley is a pastor, a scholar in queer theology and religion, and a true humanitarian. Being an out Black minister is an act of courage, amen? And his witness affirms the human dignity and the profound sense of sacred worth of each of our Black LGBTQ siblings and everybody. Brandon was a child preacher, so he tells me, and by the age of 14, he was invited to preach throughout the southern states. He moved beyond the state of Georgia to preach, and he was licensed to preach by age 21, and now he is a sought-after preacher and speaker. He's been serving at Myrtle Baptist, as you read in your bulletin, since 2009, one of America's oldest Black congregations founded by free slaves at the end of the Reconstruction, and one of the few open and affirming historically Black churches in North America. During his tenure, the Spirit has been moving. The church paid off its mortgage, amen. It increased its staffing. It initiated 18 new ministries, financially and tangibly supported a wonderful program called Brookview House in Dorchester, and he adopted City Mission Boston as a mission partner. He increased church membership by 200 people, making Myrtle one of the growing churches in the greater Boston area. As you heard today, Brandon's scholarship pushes boundaries of our Western theological thinking. And he's helping us as a church to reimagine church in this place and time for all people. His research critically reflects on the history of Black queer people, their narrative, their sexuality, and it explores how the Black queer space theory and wisdom can open new spaces for social transformation. He's got 2 books coming out. Go on Amazon. I'll give you the titles. The first one's coming out. The other one's a manuscript. The one that's coming out is Queering Black Churches. And the second manuscript, the manuscript that will be published by Oxford Press, is entitled Black Queer Spirituality and Hermeneutics. Presently, Reverend Crowley is on the faculty at Harvard University's Divinity School in Cambridge, Mass. He's been on the forefront of work out in his community in Newton with Black Lives Matter. He also joined us here in the work of Boston Warm and creating spaces for people who had been re-traumatized when the bridge to Long Island was closed and over 1,000 people were displaced. We went down to City Hall and kicked in a few doors a few years ago. I think you would agree that Brandon is a strong preacher, a gentle pastor as I've experienced him, and a respected colleague. He recently married, And he has an amazing Instagram account, and he's a church singer. And he has a little dog. I'm going to tell a family secret, because this is so cute. He has a little dog named Bishop. Right? Okay. So, carved, if you haven't noticed it, carved over the entryway to this church, to this sanctuary, are the words from the book of Revelations. And those words say, "Behold, I have set before you an open door." Brandon, your bold ministry and Christian witness has been devoted to pushing, prodding, prying, praying, talking, and studying and writing, and sometimes singing. But it's all led to opening doors. Doors that continue to be closed against the LGBTQ persons in the Church of God. You've given hope. You've given hope to so many in a world that refuses to bend to hate and ignorance and bigotry. So we give thanks to God for you, and we honor you for bringing God's justice and love to the affairs of earth. We honor you for sticking your neck out and acting with Christian courage and being an instrument of God's wider and divine love. Drum roll. It is an honor to present to you Old South Church's Open Door Award. Well done, Brandon. You are a good and faithful servant of God. Amen.